Hello folks, my name is Hugh Crockarell and I am with Championship Mud Racing Association, and this is the legacy of four-wheel drive mud racing and championship mud racing. We have about 30 years into this business that we have been promoting and going to and doing four-wheel drive mud racing. First off, I really totally appreciate the efforts and what has been done up to this point by Reggie Clay with Prospects Perspectives out of Nashville, Tennessee. He put this together. This was his brainchild, and I certainly went along with it because we do not want to let our sport go down. We want to keep it going strong, and the way we keep it going strong is by the promotions and by doing things the way they need to be done in our sport. And Reggie has played a very important role in promoting, pushing, putting film out, putting still pictures out, helping to promote our sport. And he does it through going to our races, our events. But in the 30 years roughly that we've been in this sport, we have always put forth that there's things that we wanted to do, that we tried to do, that we feel like we have accomplished. And that is, we've always made our race teams number one. Our fans, number one. Our promoters, other promoters, number one. Our sponsors, number one. Everything in our sport that helps to promote it or to put it together is number one in our book. As a promoter, you've got to always live and breathe and think the sport that you're promoting. Me, four-wheel drive mud racing. And I live it, and I breathe it, and I think about it a lot, and I love it. And I'm older. I don't have a lot of time that I can continue to do what I have been doing in this sport. But I'm so glad to be able to be a part of this, because this will forever seal four-wheel drive mud racing as we know it. Our sponsors, like I said before, Gerald Campbell out of Dover, Tennessee, my very first sponsor when I started 30 years ago.
So my name is Gerald Campbell, and I was the owner and founder of Campbell Ford Incorporated here in Dover. And I met Hugh Crockarell and liked him from the first moment I met him. I guess it would be something that I need to put in there. It's hard not to like you. But he came to me with an idea on paper that he wanted to get involved in the mud racing and mud competition, trucks pulling, drags and whatever there. And I liked what he said, and I was all for it from day one. It fit my lifestyle that I was involved in at the time, owning a Ford dealership. My technicians that worked for me, they all were involved in that entertainment line. They all lived it every weekend, and I wanted to be a part of it. And Hugh offered me an opportunity to get on board early in the game, and I jumped at it, and I'm sure glad I did. Hugh brought a lot of entertainment to our area in the way of bringing competition in that sport, and he kept it professional and kept it very, very well organized, and I was certainly well appreciative, and I got a lot of exposure from my company. I got a lot of exposure from meeting a lot of people that are still friends to me today. He brought guys in from all different states, brought their equipment, put it on display at my dealership, and man, he just wanted to be above board, and I appreciate him for it.
And how long ago was that?
That was in the early 90s, probably late 80s, 89, somewhere along in there, 1989, and he just started from scratch. Self-made guy in that sport, and did a good job and gave me more than I purchased. He exceeded in all areas, and for that I'm grateful. And thank you, Hugh. Appreciate what you did back then.
Yeah.
And again, Reggie and in all of the race teams that have come forward with us here to tell their story, to help to promote. And the reason they come, they didn't have to come. We've done most of these on the week. We're doing these interviews on the weekend, They don't have to come to do that, but they want to. They want to tell their story. They want to help keep the sport alive because they, like me, they love it. It's a family thing. We promote four-wheel drive mud racing, and as you can see in what we're going to follow up on here, when Reggie puts this together, when he puts this together and puts it out, you're going to see these race teams, and you just listen to them talk, and you listen to what they say. You watch their vehicles. He's putting clips together, and these interviews, you can see four-wheel drive mud racing in every one of them. When they talk about it, they get that look.
But so why they had to change the hood, Miss Judy?
Air. And then we just wanted to put a hood on it because some of them fussed because we didn't have a hood.
Oh, okay.
There's somebody griping about everything we do.
I'm Brandon Arnold, and I drive the Widowmaker.
Tell us a little bit about this.
A little bitty Ford motor. Whole lot of nothing, just trying to get out and play a little bit.
Tim Seals out of Dover, Tennessee. He owns the modified ride called Little Beast. Tim has been a supporter of us for years for CMRA and for four-wheel drive mud racing, that it goes back to prior to 1988. Brandon Dunkerson, Murfreesboro,
Yes, sir.
Tennessee.
That's it.
What's the name of your truck?
It's called Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter, okay. And you owe it, if you haven't been, if you're watching this video after we complete it and you're seeing it, and you see these vehicles running from the modified class all the way down to the stock street vehicle class. Okay, folks, we're here with some of our race teams today to further along the legacy of Championship Mud Racing Association, and we bringing the teams in 2, 3 at a time so that we can get their story. Everybody has a story about four-wheel drive mud racing that when you talk about it, it always comes to mind. And we got Rocky Brown out of Waverly, we got Jamie Suter out of Woodlawn, Tennessee, and we got Tim Hendrickson out of Murfreesboro. Tim's kind of new to our organization. He just bought a new motor and he bought a new truck. He's put it all together and he's anxious to get in here with us in the pro stock class. But their stories, and we're gonna start out with Rocky because he's been in it longer than I have. I've been in it 32 years. Rocky was in it, I believe I heard him say he'd been in it since 1982. He, about like me, in 82 he went to one, didn't even know what he was doing. Didn't know where he was going, didn't know what it was going to even look like. I done my first race in 1988, and I didn't have no idea what I was doing when I went in there to do it. I just do it just like I do it today. I just blindsided it. But anyway, Rocky, I'm going to open it up to you, and you kind of give us a little insight on how you got started and where it's progressed to over the years. And I know it's
Big time.
just shorten it down.
Well, me and my brother went to one in Milan. It was in the middle of a dirt track. We didn't know what we was getting into, not at all. So we just drove over to see what was going on. I had an 80 model Jeep, 3/4 ton with a 4-speed in it. Granny Sport 4-speed. And went over and raced. And we come in probably, we might have been dead last or right before dead last.
Didn't matter though.
No. We kept going. Just every now and then we done a lot of dirt dragging back then too. So they had that 300 foot. We was racing over there all the time. But we really got into it about 1986, 87, somewhere in there. And Hugh can tell you a story about one time I bought a brand new set of headers. But anyway, we got.
Let's just stop right there. Let's just stop that one right
Oh,
there.
mate.
In '88, the first one I ever went to was at Indian Mound.
Yes, sir.
I believe it was I think it was it a full-size Chevy truck?
It was a love truck.
Okay, a Chevy Love truck with a pretty set of headers coming out the hood I
Chrome.
believe I ever seen in my life. Them
Hooker.
things was shiny. You could have shaved in them. And when he got through with them, the last pass that he made with that truck, they was absolutely blood red, about 10 feet out in that mud hole.
Really?
Gone,
Oh, yeah.
ruined.
Blew them all.
All the way to the top.
I heard Rocky say, well, this is another divorce.
We pulled up there and I heard Hugh say in the background, you can, how do you say that? You can cook hot dogs off them headers right there. Nah, we just blowed the hole dry open for everybody else to beat us at that. But we went from that little truck we had it for 4 or 5 years, and then we quit for a little while, and then we come back. And it's been lots of money spent since then. That purple truck and a yellow truck, and the first time I bought one for Jesse, when we got out there, the thing wouldn't even front end wouldn't even pull, and that was that's when we started spending lots of money for him.
I have with me here Jesse Brown out of Waverly, Tennessee. He drives one of the Pro Sport Limited trucks. We have, this is the class just below the modified class, and they're running 125 feet from start to finish. They start 3 feet behind the lights, and then they trip the lights themselves. So once they start to finish is about a 2.2, 2.3 second run. And that may not sound too much, but when you put it in the mud hole, it's quite a bit to get that power to the ground. So we're going to ask Jesse here some questions about his Pro Sport Limited truck. It's a stress test truck, that's the name of it, and it's out of Waverly again. It's out of Waverly, Tennessee.
That's Jesse Brown. All right, so we
So Jesse, we need you to tell us kind of what it takes to build this truck. I understand you're building a new truck for this year's racing.
Yeah, I'm building a CJ5 Jeep. A lot of putting the truck together involves the roll cage, and it takes a lot to put the motors and stuff together. You can work anywhere from 10 to 20 hours a week just getting the truck ready to go race, depending on what it takes, what you broke that week, or what it takes to or what it takes to keep it going. You got to check all your fluids, and you got to change all the oil and just things.
These engines that y'all build, what's the cubic inch? What's the horsepower average of them? Just what does it take to be competitive?
It takes about 1,100 horsepower to be competitive in that class. We build anywhere from a 600-inch motor plumb up to a 650.
See, that's the deal. The 650 cubic inch engine is the maximum that these trucks can have, and they can only weigh what, 3,600 pounds.
3,600 pounds.
So 3,600 pound truck powered by a 650 cubic inch engine, and that should be that gets them through the pit at about a 2.2 second run. But they are full-bodied trucks.
Yes.
They are full-bodied. They have a single carburetor. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and we let them run 44-inch tires. What about these tires? What are they?
We got to run most of us run a 44-inch bogger, and we run a 44-inch bogger on the back, and I run a 29-inch super swamper on the front.
What do you do with these tires? I mean, the cost factor and the tires and the wheels and all of the things it takes to make this truck go. I mean, what are we looking at here roughly? Just the cost factor. What are we looking at?
To build a truck, motor to tires, everything, you're looking at $30,000.
Well, if we okay, is that a competitive truck?
Somewhat competitive. You can put as much as you want to in it, but you can be pretty competitive with $30,000.
we have these trucks coming. There's about 8 or 10 of these trucks that run on a regular basis with us. We have several trucks that are running out of Murfreesboro. We have 2 trucks out of Murfreesboro, as a matter of fact, and we have a truck, Waverly, and we have 2 out of Clarksville. We have a truck out of Boaz, Alabama. So we've got these trucks pretty much scattered out all over the country here that come in and race with us on a regular basis. We have a guaranteed purse for this class. So these guys know what they're running for before they ever leave home. If they win, they know what they're going to win. If they place 5th or 6th, they know what they know what the pay is going to be. We guarantee the purses for these guys, or these folks that run these trucks, and they put a lot of effort in them. They put a lot of time in them, and they got a lot of pride in their trucks. So they want them to look really, really good, and they show. We bring these trucks out on the arena floor prior to the event. We let the kids and the families come out and make pictures. It is a family-oriented show. We want to make it fan-friendly. We want them to understand. We want them to put the driver to the truck. I want to be able for them to know that when they come to this show, when that truck comes up to the line to run, they know what the driver looks like. I had my picture made in that truck. And you'd be surprised at the kids that will come out on the floor before this race starts, and they want to be in that truck. They want to get near it. They want to be around it. They want to know about the truck. And they'll ask a lot of questions.
Get him going. But
That's been downhill ever since.
he's been eating shoes. He doesn't do that deep. And of course he's 31 now, but
Well, Jesse couldn't be here with us anyway today, but
Right.
but it's a father-son deal. That's the point of it. Is y'all been in this thing together ever since Jesse was big enough to go to one.
yeah.
And now he's 31 years old and he's still racing now and still loves it.
Oh, yeah.
But not much better than his daddy, I don't think.
Yeah. We bought a truck because he was in school, and we wanted him to finish school because he got set back 1 year in school and everything, but he's bigger than all the other kids.
That's right.
So
He was
we
bigger
bought that
before he got
thing
set back,
so he would stay in school, and the Bajaks had done it. Had done good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Got a story, but you got a father-son deal here that y'all been in it together.
Oh,
here
yeah.
For what, 25 years? I mean, he's been going to you since he was big enough to.
Well, he was 2 years old first
Yeah.
time he went to one.
Yeah, so I mean,
And I believe that was at Indian Mound when we went over there.
could have been. That was a fundraiser. over
Not
that's
Indian
right.
Mound. What's that place? The pig pen over in Big Sandy.
Oh mercy.
That's
Yeah.
been a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Guy had a pig pen. That's where he raised his hogs, and he'd have a race right through the middle of it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't believe I fell off in that.
yeah, it's something to talk about.
He had a lot of trucks over. I remember that. I forgot about it.
We
Yeah.
we went through there one night. It was so rough in that love truck. We had to pull our straps down tight. I was bruised all the way across here on both sides. We won, but we hurt like it next day. It's just, we've had a lot of fun. A few arguments,
Yeah, a few.
but it's all come out in the wash, and now he's building this rail, and of course we've had that purple truck, and a yellow truck, and a Jeep. The Jeep was built from scratch.
Yeah.
2 frame rails went from there. And he
Well-
built that. Rid of it, he did.
Well, that's okay. We got 2 more coming. So
Yeah.
yeah, they'll get here.
He needs to work some overtime now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
They'll get here. Yeah. But
Prospects Perspectives Sports TV Show presents CMRA's Flashbacks.
Carter. He set on the bubble. He set on the bubble. Dean Carter, Anton, Kentucky. JK Motorsports entry. .516 Steve Carter. J. J.K. Motorsports, Jim Ozzie.
Hello, Nashville. This is Corvon with Prospects Perspectives, and I'm standing here with Mr. Jamie Suter, a professional four-wheel drive mud racer out of Montgomery County, Tennessee. Mr. Suter, how were you introduced to four-wheel drive mud racing?
Well, it's kind of funny. My daughter was dating a guy, and he used to race, and he couldn't make one of his races one time, and he asked me if I'd take his truck and run it, and that was the start. That hooked me.
So you started off with your daughter. You said your daughter's boyfriend,
yeah.
and he introduced it to you, and you just ran off with it?
Yeah.
So how long ago that's been?
That's been about 7 years ago.
Been about 7 years ago, and you haven't turned back since?
Hadn't turned back since.
Well, they got another pass here. They get two passes. Jamie Suter with the cooler than you Chevy. They set locked and loaded again. Jamie Suter, 2544 for Jamie Suter, Woodlawn, Tennessee.
Jamie, super stock, you start super stock, starting stock.
Starting Superstock, sure did. Yeah.
Remember what year that was?
Heck no. It wasn't as long as Rocky.
I remember, I remember, first time I remember seeing you run, and I know it had been before that because you told me that you was already running. I just can't remember it, but.
The very first race I came around was the very last race in Clarksville.
Okay.
At
the old fairgrounds?
At the old fairgrounds, that's right.
That's a good place to run.
Yep, we come there and run Superstock, sure did. And that was the last race there.
Yeah.
I have a thing for last races.
Okay, well, now wait a minute. Okay, if that was the last race that we run down there, that was the tornado year. Now, that was in what, 99?
It may have been, yeah.
In January 99, and we run then June, July, or August 1, that same year there because they had condemned the concrete bleachers.
Yeah.
Exactly right, so that's.
The fair was during the fair, yeah.
Okay,
and
so
we come there and run.
That was 1999, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, golly.
Yeah, we went there and ran, I went with Tracy. Me and Tracy Smith went.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I seen Roger Lee's truck.
Was you running your truck then?
I was running my truck, yeah, I had a Blazer then, a yellow Blazer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure did. I think I come in next to last.
That's always a good place.
Thought I had something too till I come up there.
Yeah.
That progressed into.
We went to Wycliffe. I think that was might have been the same. No, it was the next year because I built a Jeep over the winter. Me and Tracy helped me, and I built a Jeep, and we ended up going to Wycliffe, Kentucky, the last race there.
Yeah.
That was ever run.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning, man. I mean, that was something. Went there and watched it, and that winter, Tracy told me, said, I think we ought to just go and start running with CMRA from now on. And man, I mean, at that point, CMRA just like it was 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Just like it would, it takes so much to get to that level, and just backed up and punted, sold that Jeep, built another one, built a 66-mile truck. That's what I've been running ever since. It's made a bunch of changes over the years, but.
Is that the same truck? The truck that you just dismembered here?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the same truck.
Same truck, with a bunch of changes.
I understand that. I understand that. Understand the changes.
Yeah, same truck.
Easily to see them, but I mean, I did not know that was the same truck. I didn't
Sure
know.
enough.
Well, It is what it is. And
Yeah.
I'm proud to stay together that long. It sure took some abuse, I can say that for it.
Oh, it wasn't some of the same parts.
No, but same truck, so it took
Yeah,
abuse.
no.
I mean,
That first truck lasted probably a year. It was a year or two, and then one winter I went to Atlanta and picked up another cab, and went to Missouri and picked up an original 4-wheel drive 66 Chevrolet truck and redid the frame. The bed sides that are on that truck and going on the new modified right now are from the very original truck.
the first truck.
Absolutely.
The very first truck.
Yep.
Well, they got some history behind them.
Yes, they
haven't
do.
You know, they got a lot of places behind
Yes, they
them,
do.
You know, a
Yeah.
lot of passes on that truck. A
A
lot. Of
lot.
passes, you know.
I believe we need to get started. Pro sport. Pro sport. Let's get them set, fellas. Dylan Cato, Advanced Missouri. Pro sport limited. Dylan Cato. Dylan Cato. 1.897 for Dylan Cato. 1.897. The time to beat the bubble is 1:8:32. That's the time, ladies and gentlemen. We got the drone in here. Prospect perspective out of Nashville, Tennessee. Is filming. We're going to go over there. We're going to hit you in the crowd there just a second. If you again. Second time truck. Jamie Darnell. 1-8-8-8-5-8. Jamie Darnell in the second coming. Jerry Carter coming to the stage. Got him. Jerry Carter. 1.827. 1.827. 1.827 is what he turned.
Here, Tim Hendrickson, he's out of Murfreesboro, and he's got a pro stock truck, and but he's not a novice in this. He's been in it. He's got years behind him in the racing. But fill us in on it, Tim. Tell us about your vehicle and you know, kind of your plans and your history.
Right now, you know, I have a little 2005 Colorado,
Right.
and that's what I'm going to try to run, you know, this coming up season.
How you doing?
All right, brother, how you?
I'm all right. Tell me a little bit about your vehicle.
It's Tim Hendrickson, 2005 Chevy Colorado.
All right. How long you been racing?
Oh, I've been racing since 2007.
2007. What got you involved?
Oh, we just mud bog in the backyard, and it growed from there.
All right, and it grew from there.
That's right.
Hey, man, I look forward to seeing you on the track.
Okay, thanks,
All
brother.
right, all right.
But basically about getting, y'all talking about getting started and all this,
Yeah.
you know, back in, it was in the 2000s, probably 2006, maybe time frame, somewhere in that area, is we all decided there around DeKalb County we was going to get us a mud bog going, you know, and a bunch of us went out and found old farmers' trucks that had fell apart, and 90% of everything is, you know, was old hay trucks, and
Yeah.
you know, and the beds had fell off of them and whatever. We didn't have a whole lot of money, so we'd buy big tires and cut the fenders out and no lifts, you know, and that's how we started running. And I started out what they called an A class, you know, and it was basically a stock truck with, you know, 35 or less tires, and then I went to a B class truck, and it was the same truck. Well, I had a '79 Ford at the time, and but to say what I said all that to say this, we was up there and we was the only mud bog around at the time, you know. Well, There was a few weekends, there's a gentleman, Todd Hackney, Dirt Dollar, he showed up a few weekends and he started running, and he was running a little old Toyota with 4-cylinder or something other in it. Well then, probably toward the end of the season, I guess, there was 2 gentlemen that come in down there. And matter of fact, it was it was him and Tracy came in down there. And they came in.
I remember this.
And they came in a white blazer and a yellow blazer.
Yeah.
And I was running B class, you know, and that was a class that they actually signed up in, was in B class.
I was trying to cheat a little. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I was most of the time running up toward the top, you know, in the class.
So they got there.
And oh my God, our E-class trucks didn't make the passes that they made, you know, and I mean all night we was running.
I tell you, look. Tracy drawed a quick sooner pass than I did, so he pulled the line before I did. And I was standing up first time, and he pulled up there, man, I had my head down. So I mean, that thing was just rocking, you know. And this was just over stock class we done signed up for. That guy in that tire, he got telling, you can't run that thing, it's got a cam in it. I said, hell, we tried to run it without it, it wouldn't run. They backed him out, and we had to bump up to E-class. I actually think Tracy set the track record there that night.
Set the track record there with a
Sure.
5 something.
Sure did.
Right, yeah.
And
Sure did.
At that point in time,
If we had one truck to go through, we thought we was something all night
Right.
because it was always footage, you know. And
We blogged it
and
out.
Jamie and Tracy come down there, and I mean,
We blogged it out.
they set the country on fire, you know.
See,
And-
but that's the whole point. I mean, you know, that's what it takes to move that sport. That's what it took to move the sport forward.
That was the
Now,
night that I decided that I wanted to go fast because that was a fire that got kindled in me
Yep.
that
Speed.
I wanted to do that.
Yes, sir.
You
See,
know.
if they hadn't come down it, you probably would have, you'd have probably had it there, but you wouldn't have moved on it.
It would have probably just ran out
Yeah.
over, you know, the year
Yeah.
part of it, but.
I tell you, them was good times, man, that was good times.
And we didn't run a whole lot together, but we run a lot sometimes at the same places,
Right,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And me and Darrell Griffin, a buddy of mine, we'd always run together and we had a lot of fun, you know,
Yeah.
doing that. And
What was the name of that track?
that was the Horton Springs.
Horton Springs, that's right.
Horton Springs. And it was the only track. Well, there was one more track up on Harrison Ferry Mountain.
Yeah, I know about
But
yeah.
but that was the only track that was around at that point in time. And then the next year, I think it was Ivy Bluff opened up. You know, so but I mean, after I decided I wanted to go fast, you know, and all of that, and in 2010 I built a 48 model Ford pickup and put a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of stuff inside of it. And right now, I'm a Chevrolet guy. I mean, I have been a Ford guy most of my life, but right now I think pretty much sold right where I'm at. You know?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good people out there. I mean, I've went and I've drag raced and I've done a whole bunch of different things, you know, over the years. And you know, a lot of times when you pull up like at a drag race and there's nobody to talk to you, nobody will come and help you or any little thing, you know. But it don't matter who it is. I don't care if it's at a dirt drag or a mud bog or whatever it is. That is a type of family that I don't care what you're doing, they'll all jump in there and help. And,
sir.
It's all
I mean, it's all.
Even if they don't like it.
Even if they don't like it, 90% of the time, it's always, there's always somebody there will help. Or I've done it many a nights. I went and pulled parts out of my truck just to give somebody else to make a pass.
Yeah.
And I know these guys has too.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
Prospects Perspectives Sports TV Show presents CMRA's Flashbacks.
Two more things here we need to do. We'll give it a shirt away to there in a minute. Yeah. Yes, sir. Before you leave tonight, I need a package.
You changed the pictures in? Give them out next year.
Oh, I got to turn them in. They ain't paid for it. Anyway, we're gonna kind of go away from this just a little bit here from where we was. But anyway, and I got to do this quick, or I can't get through it. I got two frames here I want to give away, or I want to present. One goes to Judy and Mike Nash. It's presented to them in honor of Jerry Carter and Patricia Carter for their support of CMRA. There's that's I want you to hang that up, Judy, and be proud of it. Yes, ma'am. Other one is other one goes to the Sampson family in honor of. I got happy memories of all that. That's what I'm gonna remember. Happy memories. Happy memories. That's what I'm gonna remember. On both sides. All right.
You gotta have somebody pretty now.
Hey, we are here at the South Central Area Fair in Hohenwald, Tennessee. We're getting ready to do a mud race here tonight. We brought everybody down with us. We leave from here at Hohenwald and we go to Ashland City, Tennessee tomorrow night, and we'll go on to Pulaski, Illinois on Saturday. We have here with us Todd Hackney out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, with his daughter, and they were in with us a couple of years ago with a Pro Sport Limited called the Dirt Dauber, and then they got out and sold their buggy. They got out, and we called them 3 or 4 times and they couldn't stand it, so they got back in, and they're here with us. We got Todd and we got Abby here. So, and we're just going to ask them a few questions here about what they got going. Are you? I know you built a super stock truck to start with, but we've been turning it around, right?
Well, it was originally a mud bog truck to run at local mud bogs, and it takes so much time to clean a mud bog truck, so we decided to go back to running dirt drag, fast track, whatever you want to call it. And it's a lot easier to keep clean. So we're building a super stock truck. It's going to stay a super stock truck.
Well, okay.
To clear that up.
Yeah. Okay. But we didn't say that there couldn't be another truck on the horizon, because I got a lot of these Pro Sport Limited guys that they're after you to get back in it. They want you back.
Yeah, they want you back in it, but
it's another truck and it's a competitive truck, and nobody wants to go to a race knowing that they can win. If they don't tear up, they probably will win. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to compete.
But I can take my super stock truck and I can bump up the Pro Sport Limited and run both classes, and I'm competitive. I mean, I'm within a tenth of this last race.
Yep.
And I'm happy with that. And
well, we just don't want you to. We don't want you to go back to. I mean, I don't care if you go back to bogging, but you're gonna have to build you another truck if you go back to bogging, because we're probably not gonna allow you to go back down to this truck. We're probably gonna hold on to you. And I think I got your daughter here on my side. I believe you like it better, don't you? You like the speed better than the yeah. Well, okay.
I like to travel. You get to see different people at different fairs, and good bunch of guys to race with.
Well, now this is Dirt Dauber 3, right? 4. Dirt Dauber 4. Okay, Dirt Dauber 4 out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is Championship Mud Racing Association. We are in Hohenwald, Tennessee at the South Central Area Fair. any of you folks that are on Facebook and you get on the CMRA page, we're going to get this over there as quick as we can on it. And you come out to the fair, we flying a drone out here. We'll get you on the program here. We got Prospects Perspectives out of Nashville, Tennessee, going to be doing the filming, and it'll be on his page, Prospects Perspectives out of Nashville, Tennessee. It's Mr. Reginald Clay, and the Championship Mud Racing page, which is CMRA. So check us out, okay? Down the line, thanks.
Contact you out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in the dirt dauber. Dylan Cato out of Advanced, Missouri. Todd Hackney. Todd had a Pro Sport Limited, got out of it, sold it, built him a super stock truck. I think he's got the bug again. I believe Todd's gonna come back out with another Pro Sport Limited. He'll be back on the trail here probably next year. He's set to go. Todd Hackney. .242 for Todd, 2.242, and he kind of got out of it a little bit.